Sportage here. This is all new powertrain for this year, the 2.5 liter, which is pushing about 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. But with this powertrain, it should be pretty good on gas, about 25 in the city, about 32 on the highway, probably about 30 combined. So it's not a gas guzzler or anything. Plenty of power, and it should be good for the normal average driver. I'd like to point out with this Kia Sportage here, you do have a manual prop rod for the hood. I'm not sure if all trims come that way, but this is what this X-Line Sportage has right here. Alright guys, let's get into the outside of this 2023 Kia Sportage here. As you guys can see, the design is pretty polarizing, but it doesn't look too bad. It looks very different from any other Kia product that is out right now, in my opinion. As you guys can see here, taking a look at the headlight design, they have this boomerang sort of headlight design. It is LED. You have LED headlights as well, but the turn signal is incandescent. I know on other trims of the Sportage, this will actually be a switchback, meaning it will go from white to amber when you activate the turn signal. No fog lights on this X-Line model, except you have some fake vents here and some more black painted trim on this model right here. This is the X-Line trim, so you're going to have black accents all around. On other trims, you're going to get silver or silver painted color instead. And the grille pattern still looks very, Kia tiger nose-ish, I would say. And the new badging up top, as you can see, is on the paint instead of on the bumper. Looks pretty nice. But the rest of the tiger nose theme, no inlets here. It's all closed out, piano black plastic. Some painted portions right there. Some vents down below. Nice looking design. You guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I don't think it looks too bad. Coming to the side of the vehicle here, you guys can look at the side of the portions. As you guys can see, this is, I guess, a crossover type vehicle here. Very nice in size, a lot of space inside as well. If you guys don't need something as big as a Telluride, per se. Taking a look here at the wheels. These wheels are a 235, 55 by 19s. Nice here. On the rim here is two-tone silver and black. I like the design of it. Wide openings. Should be easy to clean. The new Kia logo on the center cap right there. Nothing special about the brake calipers. This vehicle isn't too powerful, so you shouldn't need to stop, too hard or whatnot. Some black cladding that flows along the whole vehicle with some silver painted trim at the bottom here. Nice silhouette of the vehicle as well. As I said, guys, on other trims this will be silver, but on this X-Line trim you got some silver or black painted portions rather. It's very reminiscent of what the Kia Carnival had or has when it first came out, and I believe every vehicle that's Kia is making now has this sort of pattern and theme to it as well. No sunroof on this model here. You can get a sunroof. I believe you have to go for an SX Prestige model to get a sunroof. This one instead has some roof racks, to tie down some cargo and whatnot. Alright, taking a look here at the rear of the 2023 Kia Sportage. As you guys can see, redesigned, all new for 2023. Firstly, just pointing out that this middle portion does not light up. It's not like this stinger or anything. That rear portion does not light up. We do have LED combination tail lights though, but with a incandescent turn signal. But at least they didn't put it way on the bumper. On the bottom of the bumper, at least. Looks pretty nice right there where it's at. As you guys can see, that black cladding follows throughout the whole rear of the vehicle here. That's all black cladding. A nice subtle X-Line badge right there. Sportage is spelled out. Not wide or anything like the Telluride. Just have it subtle on the left side of the vehicle here. No exposed wheels. This vehicle only has 187 horsepower, so you won't be doing anything powerful in this vehicle or anything. And opening the rear hatch of the vehicle. As you guys can see, the button is right there. Reverse camera. And taking a look here at the cargo room. Pretty nice cargo area. A lot of space. I would rate this at about 15 cubic feet. You do have a dual level mat floor right there with a full-size spare tire underneath. These seats do fold down 60/40. You can fold them down hydraulically with the rear handles. They just kind of drop, you know, cheaply, I would say. They're not damped or anything, they just kind of fall. But at least you can put the seats down from the rear. And when you do put the seats down, you see how much more space that you guys can get. These seats do fold flat from the rear. So you guys be mindful of that. There's no button to manually or automatically close the trunk, except they gave us a grab handle to close it, or you can touch the cladding area. This isn't a bad thing as long as you don't touch the paint, in my opinion. Also, there is a rear spoiler with the rear windshield wiper hidden under it. That's something that the EV6 did not have. Alright, before we hop inside the 2023 Kia Sportage, let's take a look here at the key fob. That same detonator switch type key fob that Kia has been producing for the last few years or so has been brought to this new 2023 Kia Sportage. We have remote start on the key fob. You can lock and unlock the vehicle as well. There is no smart parking function on this vehicle, so you guys be mindful of that. Let's take a look here at the door panel here at the materials. Up top, we have some soft touch injection molded plastic. We have some faux wood trim here with a silver accented door handle right there. Looks pretty nice. Down here is soft and leather padded with some faux leather stitching right there. You have some piano black trim right there as well. I remember in the Kia K5 that this portion right here to help you close the door was piano black plastic, but they replaced it in the Sportage with some hard touch plastics. I wouldn't complain about that because at least you won't touch that too much and get your trim all dirty with fingerprints and whatnot. Down below you have hard touch plastics, and a regular speaker system for the vehicle. I believe you can get a Harman Kardon audio system in this vehicle, but that's going to be in different trims. And as you guys know, this is a crossover vehicle, or SUV, and the stepping height is pretty well. And as I close the door, pretty nice and solid sounding, no rattles or shakes throughout the door. Let's cut this thing on. The power button, or the button to turn the vehicle on, is right there. Put your foot on the brake. On the dash, you have some soft touch injection molded plastics here. No heads-up display on this vehicle. Of course, you probably don't need it because of this new display here as well. But we're going to talk about that in a second. Taking a look here at the steering wheel, as you guys can see, new Kia logo with the silver trim surrounding the logo. The horn sounds nice and loud. Didn't expect anything else out this vehicle. As you guys can see, no piano black plastics on this vehicle as well. They use this matte black plastic instead, which is a better idea than piano black plastics in my opinion. Some silver trim to surround your steering wheel controls. Nice and leather padded right here. Very nice area with some more silver trim down here. I believe SX trims will have SX down here, so you guys be mindful of that. And of course, on the left side of the steering wheel, you have your phone and volume controls. You have your mode selector right there, which can cycle through your radio, Apple CarPlay, or anything like that. You have your favorites button right there as well. You can also map that to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. On the right side of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control and your steering wheel control. Very simple, very easy to use. You guys should get into this vehicle and know exactly how to use it. On the left side of the dash here, you have your illumination controls. I checked for any ambient lighting. I couldn't find any setting in this vehicle for that, so maybe this X-Line does not have ambient lighting. You have a button to disable and enable the traction control and electronic parking brake right there as well. Some empty spaces. I'm not sure what would go in these empty spaces, but they're there. For what reason, I don't know. You have some more of that full wood trim. These air vent designs look pretty nice. You have all new signal and windshield wiper controls. Looks pretty nice with some piano black plastic on it as well. Doesn't look too bad. You have the glove box here, which is damped but not lined with any felt. Pretty nice and deep. Can probably fit a 13 or 14-inch laptop in there, no problem. This area right here is nice and padded, not soft and padded, but it's not hard touch plastic or anything. And opening it up, as you guys can see, some nice space down there. No USB ports in there, just more for storage and whatnot. These seats look pretty nice. They are very comfortable, very soft, and leather padded. I'm not sure if this is any sort of real leather or anything, but it sure, feels and looks like it as well, with some nice patterns in it as well. I believe you can option the this Sportage here with different color trims, from red to brown to mocha colors and whatnot. So they do have options other than just this black right here. Coming to the center portion right here, as you guys can see, you have your 2 cup holders right here with a function to make the cup holder smaller or larger depending on your drink size. So you probably can fit a nice Gatorade down there or whatnot. As you guys can see, your drive mode selector is down there. And when I change the drive modes, you have Snow, Smart, Sport, and Normal. And as you guys can see, when you change the drive modes, the color and the gauge also change as well. Looks pretty nice. Very futuristic, I would say. Also down here you have your engine auto start stop, which you can disable and enable. You have your parking sensors to disable and enable that as well. A button to view your camera system. This vehicle does not have a 360 camera, but nonetheless it still looks pretty nice and high quality on this new 12.25-inch screen right here. You have a button to disable and enable your auto hold, and a button for your hill assist as well. And when you press in the middle of this dial right of your drive mode selector right here, you can lock and unlock the differential. I believe that's what that button is for. The gear selector is pretty nice. This is reminiscent to what's in the K5, I believe. I think it fits this vehicle better than the K5. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, of course you still have your standard backup camera with some other options as well to give you a direct view of the bumper, and just a regular reverse view as well. You can put this vehicle into manual mode. Just put it all the way down to drive and slap it over to the left, and you can shift manually with the shifter here. There are no paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel, so you guys be mindful of that. You have heated seats in this X-Line model. No cooled seats. I believe you're going to have to go for an SX Prestige if you guys want cooled seats. This is just the X-Line trim. You have your wireless charging pad down there with the two USB ports and a 12-volt power outlet as well. Coming up here to the HVAC and media controls, because this is a dual setup. This is the same setup that's in the EV6. As you guys can see, it's on climate right now, but if I push that arrow, it's going to go into the media settings. I see people may think this is kind of, cumbersome and whatnot. It's not bad if you use it in person. I don't think it's bad because, for one, you can have this on the climate settings, and you can just use your steering wheel controls to control the volume in your radio and whatnot. But if you want to go to the radio to select the radio station, of course, then you're going to have to go to your media to select the radio, and then select your other settings as well. As you guys can see, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's not wireless in this vehicle though, because this is a 12.25-inch touchscreen here, and normally for Kia Hyundai they don't put wireless capabilities on their bigger screens. But again, guys, I don't find this to be too difficult. Again, you can keep it on climate and then use the steering wheel to control your volume. They gave a traditional tuning and volume knob that also doubles as your climate. With this tune knob, you can zoom in and out. Very nice feature. I really love that feature. And it also has a dual-sided setup as well with your map, and you can have whatever on this side as well. So again, guys, I don't find this setup to be confusing. It's not a bad setup. It is minimalist, but I believe Kia actually got it right. Instead of putting everything in the touchscreen, they still gave you basically physical controls. They are touch, but they work very well. They respond very quick to the touch of my fingers here. So no complaints there at all. I just don't find that to be too difficult in my opinion. The gauge cluster here is a 10.25 inch in size. Looks pretty nice. I would say very upgraded from previous model years. There's not too much customization you can do with this with the gauge cluster though. You can't put a map or anything within the center of the screen. I'm not sure if Kia is going to start doing that or not, but there's not too much customization you can do with your gauge clusters here. You can either have your vehicle show in the middle, or your compass, or tire pressure and other vehicle settings and whatnot. That's about it. It's not that customizable, but at least it looks nice, and you can also have the color change to your drive mode, or you can select it in the menu to to have it set to a certain color all the time. This vehicle, I believe, is the first Kia to have onboard Wi-Fi, so that's a plus for this model as well. I'm not sure if any other Kias have a Wi-Fi hotspot. If not, then this 2023 Sportage is the first one to have that. I believe that's something, of course, you might have to have a subscription for, so you guys be mindful of that. But since we got into that touchscreen here, let's talk about this touchscreen. This is a 12.25 in size. Nothing really different from other Kia products. You still have this screen on the home screen with your map set up on the side, and you have the rest of your settings and whatnot. Kia still does not give you the option to change the color of this theme here. I wish they gave you that option, but they didn't give it to you in this vehicle either. So I hope you guys like purple, because this is the only color that's going to come in these vehicles. Or if you get the EV6, then of course you're going to have some blue trim to it and whatnot. But very nice system, very easy to use. And again, guys, this is Kia Connect. As you guys can see now, it's no longer Kiaguyjoe, it's Kia Connect as well. Taking a look up top here, guys, no sunroof on this model here, but it is black in color. Very nice. It's not suede or anything, but it's very softly padded. No LED lighting. Instead, you get ambient lighting in the cabin. If you guys want LED lighting, you're probably going to have to go for the SX Prestige. No mirror light as well, but the visors do open and extend, of course, so you guys be mindful of that. And overall, this is a very nice cabin. The seats are comfortable, lots of space, a very commanding view of the road. But that's going to do it for the front seat, you guys. Let's hop into the rear to see how we fit back there. Alright guys, hopping into the rear of this 2023 Kia Sportage. As you guys can see, nice stepping height, shutting the door, no shakes or rattles throughout the door. As you guys can see, very minimalist rear right here. No rear sunshades or anything like that. You have hard touch plastics up top, so it's different materials on the door than the front. You have some more of that faux wood trim, silver painted door handle right there. This area is soft and padded right there, with some piano black plastics right there. Your windows aren't one touch for the rear, they are manual, so you guys be mindful of that. This area right here is nice and padded where you're going to rest your arm. But take a look at the amount of space that I have back here, guys. Right now these seats are in a very upright position. They do recline, so be mindful of that. And they do recline back pretty far. But as you guys can see here, I have plenty of leg space between my knees and the seat, and plenty of foot space underneath the seat as well. As you guys can see, 2 map pockets for the back of each seat with a grocery bag sort of hanger right there. 2 USB ports on the back of each seat with 2 coat hangers on the back of each seat as well. One thing this vehicle is missing is a walking device to move this passenger front seat up. I believe you can get that, or I believe the Korean markets give you that feature right there, but not in the American markets, or North American markets rather. But you do have 2 air vents right here, and these seats are very nice and comfortable, nice and padded. Same deal of material on the seats here. 2 cup holders right there as well. Some more of this black headliner trim on the ceiling. Feels pretty nice. Again, it's not suede, but it doesn't feel cheap either. For the rear, you have some incandescent lighting. Again, if you guys want LED lighting, you're probably gonna have to go for an SX Prestige trim. You have 2 grab handles with some more coat hanger access right there. And overall, guys, these back seats are very comfortable and it's very spacious back here. And I'd say this fits right in the competition. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this 2023 Kia Sportage. As this one sits, it starts at $32,450. That might sound like a hefty price tag, but for what you can get in this new model and the interior, I think it's very comparable. But keep in mind there are 7 or 8 other trims out there where you can get more than what this vehicle has. That includes a sunroof, or a panoramic sunroof at that, and LED lighting in the interior, and probably some ambient lighting as well as other options. So you guys keep that in mind. But how does this vehicle stack up towards the competition? I think it stacks up pretty well. It's very nicely equipped, very nicely designed as well, and this vehicle should stand out amongst the same boxy sort of crossover vehicles that you guys see on the road today. But if you guys like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I have more videos coming soon. I also have a new camera setup coming soon as well to alleviate some of this wind and traffic noise and whatnot. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more content. Again, it's Kiaguyjoe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.